A frustrating night here at the Hybrid Fitness Stadium as Merstham fall to a first league defeat of the season. 2-1 against AFC Croydon. It was quite a compelling match actually, two evenly matched sides, but unfortunately we just couldn't break down their defence more than once. I've been joined by the gaffer, Jamie Decruz. Jamie, what's your assessment of the overall performance so far?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to win every game. You could argue that Saturday we were fortunate in terms of the amount of chances Beckham created, and we took our chances. And today I thought it was the reverse, and Croydon started the game really, really well without creating too much. I think throughout the 90 minutes they probably had 3 opportunities and scored 2 of them. And from their perspective, it must be a really satisfying away performance, because teams struggled to come here and get maximum points. I guess from our perspective, my biggest frustration is the amount of opportunities we've missed or turned down, and their keeper just been given a massive standing ovation in there, and he deserves it because he was brilliant. Made 2 or 3 unbelievable saves, but goals win games, and we've had enough chances to win today, or certainly get a draw. I think anyone who maybe watched from the start would have gone first 20-30 Croydon were good, and I think from then onwards, from when we conceded, really we kicked on and was really good. But we can't go 1-0 down before we want to stop playing, so that's on us, and we've got to be better.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a chess match in the first half before they got the opening goal. From my point of view, they were quite neat and tidy at the back, but they weren't penetrating. Same for us. But then there was 2 key moments for me. One where I think it was AJ got through, and he got 1-on-1, but he seemed to take it really early, and keeper made a decent save. And then the other one was where Finley got through, and I think he might have got caught by the defender just as he was going to take the shot. Are those sort of critical moments you're talking about?
Yeah, so I mean, we'll watch it back, but it's cat and mouse in terms of the first 20 minutes. They're looking to play. We initially dropped off and sat and said let them have it. Then you want to get after a bit higher. When we did, our press wasn't good enough in terms of our cues to go and when to go. But in the first 25 minutes, we've nicked the ball high. AJ's gone through and goal. You're 1v1 with a keeper. Good save. Got to be scoring. The second one for me is probably the more defining moment. Good press, good pass. Olu's gone through 1-on-1. I think he's got to do better with the initial contact, but it's going in. Their lads made a great block on the line, and it was a good block. Finn's gone in there to then rebound goal. And from our perspective, the lad's gone around the back of him, or caught the back of him as well as the ball, and it's gone out for a corner. But in my opinion, that's a goal for us, or a sending off for them, and a penalty. So, yeah, moments change games. And then the third moment on that is that we nicked the ball again high. AJ's gone through, shot when he should have passed, blocked, 2 balls, they've gone and scored the other end. Yeah. So, defining moments. And we've got to take responsibility for it.
Almost these little stories get written in football, don't they? Obviously, Tangera was a Moatsider a few years ago, so the fans know him quite well. And he's pulled out a couple of worldy saves in the second half, particularly from Billy Oram. I don't know how he got down to it, but sometimes these things just go against you, and we could be here all night and not score another one.
Yeah, I joked to him because the last 2 times we've played him, he's thrown one in for us. So he's a good goalie, and today's brilliant. And the standing ovation he just got in there was testament to his game. He made 2 or 3 worldies today. Really, really good saves, and good goalies win you points. Tulsa's the same for us, and Amadou's done the same for them.
I mean, there was quite a lot of sort of changes with the substitutions today, and a lot of them were bringing on players that maybe play the 10 or maybe out wide, and you tried to mix it up a lot. Corey obviously going off. Firstly, what's the status of his injury, and also what's it like in that situation when you've got so many talented players that you can bring on, but they all kind of play a similar role. So it's difficult to kind of make it sort of like into a potent attacking force.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Corey coming off is a blow in terms of in the game. We think he's okay. We think he's fine. We think it was more a little knock and precaution, and we were happy to take the risk of not allowing him to continue, in the hope that he'd be okay and we can manage it. We didn't really feel we were going to get much from trying to make him play and then end up regretting it. Then it became a little bit of, well, what do we do now? And we tried 2 or 3 things, and actually, in terms of creating opportunities, we've created a lot of chances today. Dare I say it, Corey was on the pitch. We'd like to have had a few goals, but he didn't. But yeah, that's why we got a squad, and it was nice to have Paris back today. I thought Paris done really, really well when he came in. Managed the ball really, really well. Gave us that consistency from an area we felt we could exploit them with, and we were getting out with it, as in our fullbacks, against their narrow shape. But then you've got to have quality out wide, and we didn't have enough quality out wide. And our wingers currently aren't giving us enough quality out wide, and that's it. That's why we've brought in Magic. That's why we've brought in Louis Degan. But the reality is they're not here and not ready at the moment. So the boys who come in have been kept because we believe they can play a role, but it's up to them to do it. And this ain't, a blame game. I've worked with AJ for many years. I know what he can do. Finn's obviously had already a 10 contribution. I think he might have tied second half. Olu's got bundles of ability, but we need them product. We need them product because they've had 2 chances and scored 2 goals, and we've hit the post. I'm trying to think, 10 chances. Yeah. The goal, the 3 in the first half. HP's at the post. Amadou's got down twice, once for Bills in the second one where it was ricocheting off Finn. Yeah. And enough chances to win 2 games of football. And if we created that many on Saturday, or we create that many on Saturday upcoming, then you've always got a chance. It doesn't mean you're gonna win, but you've got a chance. If you create an opportunity, it's a good sign. You've got to convert.
Absolutely. Just looking forward to the FA Cup game on Saturday, then what sort of tests are you expecting from Faversham, and can the fans expect to maybe see 1 or 2 of the newer faces involved in the squad?
No, because it's probably just a week too early. But Faversham had a great result tonight. They beat Deal 6-1. So they're going to be a good side, and we know they're going to be a good side. We'll prepare well for Saturday, and we'll make sure that we are massively up for it. It's the FA Cup. We should be up for it. We had a nice little run last year, albeit 1-2 games, and eventually lost to a Step 2 Tunbridge Angels side, and it was 2-1, and we done really, really well. And to be honest with you, it's probably the catalyst to kick on and go on and do really well in the league, because it builds momentum. You stop believing a little bit more, and we want to do exactly the same. And yeah, we don't doubt they'll be a good side. They got some good players, but we know what we can do against anyone. And if we took our chances today, we'd be 2 out of 2 and happy days. But losing sometimes isn't the worst thing, and we're only human, and we'll make sure we come back stronger.
Sounds good. Just one matter off the pitch. People will be aware, obviously, of the sad loss suffered by Corey Henry and his family over the weekend. Can you just give us a flavour of what it's been like in the dressing room with everyone surrounding him? I'm sure there was a lot of love and a lot of support given.
Yeah, and to be fair, that's probably why I'm not overly, I don't like losing, but I'm probably not overly emotional today in terms of the result, because actually there's more important things in life, and, Corey's part of our family. We treat him like part of our family, and he's been a massive integral part since we've come here. I've had the pleasure of meeting his dad on quite a few occasions. He was an avid Merstham fan, him and his red beanie hat, and a really, really good guy. Would be the first to get on to Corey and have a go, but also the first to celebrate and have good chats with. So, to all the Henry family, we're here to support you, and you're a massive part of our club, and we'll be exactly there, in the return, and make sure anything they need, we look after him. So he's an incredible human, Corey, and his dad should be very proud, and we're going to make sure we look after him.
Excellent. Jamie, thanks very much tonight.
Thanks, Joe.
Cheers.
Cheers.